go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Michael Kendricks coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Let's go. 57, Mike 57. Ohio. Check. Flex round.
On second down, Dobbs. Oh, twisting away. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Ohio. Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Steps away to his left. And he finds McDonald. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go. What? Flex round. What?
Here's Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Flex round. 3 down. Ohio. Check. 3 down. Here we go. Ohio.
Throwing here, Dobbs. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's a give to Bell running left. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's Flex round.
Counter. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wentz now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletes. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards.
Watch 98, Let's go.
Into the red zone, Wentz. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And the play clock's running down. Wentz will try again on second down. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Wentz on third down. Caught right side is Jeffrey. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Come on, let's go. Ohio. Hey. You got 3 down.
They start with a give to Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Tight end left. Let's go. Hey, 90. Ohio. Jack. Ohio. He's checking crack. Come on, let's go. Ohio. 57's the mic.
Now Dobbs. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
This is Bell. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Bell. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run with Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. He'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Here we go. Ram.
3 down.
Lion.
They run with Jai. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Javon Hargrave able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Wentz. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Sunday.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hand. That's why sometimes you swing it out till you run.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go.
Check it back.
Hey, Bush.
Wentz now to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Ohio! Ohio! Watch the shift. Let's go! What?
On first down, Downs to throw. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, that incompletion there gives us a chance to inform the Madden community that we are taking a little bit of a break for the holidays.
A brief hiatus.
A brief hiatus, and the next live content update, next commentary update will be coming January 10th.
Well, that just means if we're coming back for January 10th, we're talking playoffs.
We will be talking playoffs.
So we'll be talking playoffs. We'll be talking the meat of the action, the best part of the season, the gift that keeps on giving. All right, so the post-Christmas blues will be over because we'll be talking about the playoffs.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run up. This contest.
Oh, yeah! It's going to be a long
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Let's go. Flex round, flex round. 3 down, 3 down.
Dobbs is throwing into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Graham. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Go, go. Sunday. Hey, Bud.
They run for it with Ajayi. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw them off and get the first down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run again with Ajayi. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
To throw, it's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Wentz going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
36. Check.
Run.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Time for the Steelers off. Now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead,
Hey,
don't
man,
they?
how many times they
Beating them
gonna
to the
bail
point of
out,
attack,
though?
beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Bail out.
First down carry by Bell.
Dang.
Very little there. He might have gotten a yard. I think he got a yard to the 41.
I'm
know that old
convinced
expression,
Pittsburgh
"It's not my
Steelers
night." It hasn't been his so
Jinx
far.
team,
I don't know if the
glitch
legs are a little
team,
bit
right?
heavy.
God
Sometimes
dang.
having to hang out all
Dude
day
caught
and
the
play
ball in
doesn't
his hands
exactly play to
twice.
your advantage, but
Hit the ground, the
it's been a
ball
tough
come
go
out. He
for
just
him.
throw the ball
Every
away.
time he looks up, somebody's there defensively.
Yeah.
That was the same case on that play. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
Watch left. Tight. Watch left. Let's go. Brad 38. Brad round. Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Ohio.
Now Dobbs.
Pick. Let's go,
And for
man.
third
How many
time
times we
tonight,
got to
he's
win the game?
intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he'll be knocked down
hard stick
sideways.
is,
An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Ajayi. That gets by him, and now a little daylight. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Being chased out left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. An Eagle first down there. Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Man left.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
280. 5-9.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Please. 4, go.
Check 37.
Now Wentz. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Javon Hargrave. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Go.
And he motions the wide receiver. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. The swing pass caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 42 yards. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! He's going! Flex round! Flex round!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch the slant! Watch the slant! Watch the slant! Flex round! Ohio! Let's go! What? 90! SOS! What? 90! SOS! Flex round! Flex round! Come on! Let's go!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touch...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets past one man, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys. You had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense has felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Here we go. Brad 38. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Throwing here, Dobbs. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Come on, let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ram.
Hey,
kill.
got three down.
Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to run past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls it. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jay Ajayi, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go!
On play action, it's Dobbs. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.